What's up, guys? Big Frizz here, aka it's Frizzy, whatever you want to call me. I got some more Magic 2012 for you guys, and basically what I wanted to do is I wanted to show you guys my deck builds. And I'm not saying that this is the way to win, but these are the deck builds that I'm comfortable with. To win games. It's the deck build that I'm familiar with and how I think the deck can win. So. Welcome to deck discussion, and the first episode is going to be Dark Heavens. Now, this deck, in my opinion, is it's bomb heavy. It's definitely bomb heavy. It's more late game suited than earlier mid game. If you could get to the late game, it's very hard to lose. You know your opponent's going to have the right answer for every bomb that you drop, and so it's really hard to lose late game, but you will find yourself losing early and mid because there's just decks that are too fast for this. So here we go. And right off the bat, I take these out. I mean, you only got two colors. If you find yourself in a lot of situations where you need land, I mean, I know they put this in because you there's going to be times where you're going to need that 6 land, but I find that there's just other things that I'd rather draw than this. You have a lot of creatures in here that'll help you get to the late game. So land manipulators. I don't run them in this deck. So, but that might change depending on the outlook of this deck, depending on who I take out. But for now, we'll take them out. This here, again, is great for helping you with your late game. It's Basilisk Collar, artifact that costs 1, equipped for 2. Equipped creature has Death Touch and Lifelink. Basically, it's going to hold down sides. You can attach this to your Spirit for any flyer they got. You can attach this to any cheap creatures that you got that are on the ground. So that's really good. Demonic Appetite. Ugh. I really don't like this. I just don't find it all that great. You gotta sacrifice a creature. I mean, you could have a nice little theme going, I guess, with Doom Travelers and the enchantment that gets you 1/1 white spirits. But I mean, sacrificing creatures and all that great, and there isn't really a way to get that back. I mean, you could probably take that and put it on their creature and have them sacrifice a creature, but not a lot of situations call for that, so we'll take that out. This dude here, Doom Traveler, he comes from the Innistrad set. Innistrad is a block of Magic. It's the current block right now, and Doom Traveler, this guy's awesome. He's just a 1/1 for 1 with a cool little ability. He dies, you get a 1/1 white spirit. So this goes well with Basilisk Collar because you'll kill whatever he's got. You'll get the 1/1 white spirit when he dies. This goes well with the Black Suns. This goes well with the enchantment that gets you 1/1s because then you'll get 2 1/1s for this guy. So he's pretty good. He stays in there. This card is the card. This is a get out of jail card, okay? This card kills everything. It kills everything. Oh, your creature's indestructible? No, it's not. It dies to this card, okay? In the rules of Magic, something to have a neg 1 counter. If it ends up being a 0 from neg counters, that means it doesn't exist. Therefore, it dies, regardless if it's indestructible or not. This kills everything. This card is a staple in this deck. You cannot take this out. This, on the other hand, a 1/1 for 2, yeah, it can fly. It's got evasive maneuvers, but it's just not good enough. We'll take this out. This guy, on the other hand, 1/2 for 2, and if you pay a swamp, he gets +2 neg 1 until the end of turn. I mean, come on, he's of course way better than this guy. This guy's just a 1/1 for 2, and he just flies. This guy flies and buffs himself, and he has 2 in the butt. Come on. Well, that's what she said, by the way. But yeah, he's got 2 toughness. This guy's just too good. You gotta keep him in there. And he helps you for that early game, holding down people. He kills creatures. Doomblade, Obviously, a great instant card, destroy target, non-black creature. You know, it kind of sucks when you're going against another black deck and they have black creatures, so, you know, it doesn't work all the time, but it's just too good to take out, you know? It's way too good to take out. This is a great card as well. Helps you get your bombs. Obviously, the only times where you ever target the other player is if he's at 2 life himself. Other than that, you never target the other player. Card advantage is worth life. This card is really good, so you got to keep that in the deck. Wall of Essence. You know, I hated walls in previous Magic, but in this game, in this deck, these walls work. They hold down the side. They have nice little abilities. This one helps you gain life. This one helps you deal damage to target opponents. So they'll never swing in. They never want you to gain life. They never want to take damage themselves. These you gotta keep in. This helps you get to your late game. This card here. This card, it's iffy. It has a nice little ability, but the price is weird. Okay, it's a 1/1 for 1 and 2 black. That's a little on the heavy side. Yes, you know, you can return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. This card would be awesome if you return it from the graveyard to the battlefield, but that would probably cost way too much. 1/1 for 1 and 2 black. This helps you somewhat with your late game in bringing back your walls, bringing back your what's this one? Gargoyle. You know, Doom Traveler's getting more 1/1s. So just because it helps for the late game, I'll leave these in here for now. And because I'm leaving these in here for now, I gotta take these out. These are really good. I like them. They're 2/1s for 3, flying, standard Magic prices there. But just because we want to keep this guy, we're gonna keep this guy and take these guys out. I might put them back in later. Just depends on how the deck builds itself. Haunted Angel. Flying, when Haunted Angel is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, exile Haunted Angel, and each other player puts a 3/3 black angel creature token with flying onto the battlefield. That is a heavy cost right there. So when this creature dies, they get a 3/3 black angel creature token. If you had a way to kill that angel token, maybe I run this, but he's a 3/3 for 3. If it was a 3/3 for 2, I might not even run this. If it was a 3/3 for 1 with that ability, I would run this all day, because it's worth it. Not a lot of people are going to have removal on the first turn, but, you don't want to give them creatures. You don't want to give them a 3/3 black angel that you can't even use a Doom Blade on. So, it's just not worth it. So we'll take them out. Midnight Haunting is a great card. Great for the tricks. Again, it helps with the late game. You'll get creatures out there. You'll destroy whatever you swing it in with. I consider this card removal. You do it during block step, and then you block his creature and kill it. Or, if you just want to have 2 flying 1/1s, bam, there you go. This card is clutch. It's really good. This card here is the absolute best card in the deck. I'm sorry. Yes, you got your big bombs that are awesome. This card here is awesome. This is Pacify on crack. Enchanted creature, can't attack or block. Enchanted creature has, at the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life. This is nuts. It puts them on a clock. And most of these decks here don't run enchantment removal. So this is just too good. This is really good. You got to keep this in there. Another wall that has the same ability as the other 2 walls put together in 1 card. Again, helps you get to your late game. You got to keep this in there. This card is absolutely nuts too. It sucks that it's a sorcery. It'd be nice if it was an instant, but I'm not going to get greedy about that. This is another really good card. Destroy anything. Destroy anything that's not indestructible, pretty much. Artifact, creatures, land. You'll be a dick if you're using this for land, but I can understand situations when it calls for that. So, moving on. This card's really good. Not good in this deck. I don't know if I have to explain this, why it's not good in this deck. I mean, it's pretty obvious. You have bombs. You don't need this enchantment. What, are you going to put this on Doom Traveler? I mean, it's not worth it. I'd rather get a creature. Damnation. Again, this kills everything except indestructible creatures. That's why Black Sun Zenith is better. But Damnation is still a damn good card. And considering that you have enchantments that get you 1/1s when your creatures die, this makes this even a better card too. Goes well with this deck. This is pretty much another pacify. Enchant permanent. When Faith's Fetters enters the battlefield, you gain 4 life. Enchanted permanents activated abilities can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. Basically, if you have a creature like the in the red blue deck, the one shaman that if you pay a red, tap it, you sacrifice a creature, deals 2 damage, they can still use that ability. But for any creature that has just the tap symbol, or if you gain control of, or like the face guy from the vampire deck, they can't use that ability because it's not a mana ability. It's just a regular ability. So this holds down those. It doesn't hold down mana abilities, but basically how you use this is you use it for pacify. Just enchant a creature, can't attack or block. And that's good enough to be in this deck. This card here, at first I didn't like it, and then I realized that because this is a late game deck, and a lot of your early creatures are going to be dying, this helps you keep the block advantage. It helps you keep soldiers on the battlefield. A lot of people won't swing in if you have creatures. I mean, yeah, if they have a bigger creature than you, they'll swing in. But if you got 2/1/1s and they have 1/2/2, they'll never swing in because they don't want their 2/2 to die. Especially if they don't have a creature in their hand. So this is a good card, but I only like it twice as much. Lightkeeper of Emera, it's a 2/4 flyer, so it doesn't die to a whole lot of things. If you kick it, you gain 2 life for each time it was kicked. Considering that there's better flying bombs in this deck, we're going to take it out. This card is amazing. It goes well with your game of trying to stay there in the late game. Whenever a creature you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, you gain life equal to that creature's toughness. Okay? Anytime your creature dies, you're going to gain life. And trust me, in this build, your creatures will die. You have to be ready to sack your creatures to block. Okay? Because you want your bombs to be there. And considering that I don't run Terramorphic Expanse in my deck build, this card really helps me in getting there late game. Tormented Angel, I don't like 1 power, multiple mana cost flyers, but considering that, again, this helps late game, this card's pretty good. It helps block, so I only like it twice as much. Voice of All, 2/2 flying. As Voice of All enters the battlefield, choose a color. Voice of All has protection from the chosen color. This is, again, really good card. It has protection. This helps you with your late game as well. And speaking of late game, this is where we get into late game. Alright? Baneslayer Angel. This card is too good. Flying, first strike, lifelink, protection from demons and from dragons. This card is one of the cards, this is one of the bombs that I'm talking about that you want to reach. So, definitely stays in here. Desolation Angel. This card is almost unfair. It really is. For 5, it is a flying with a kicker. Kick it for 2 white. When Desolation Angel enters the battlefield, destroy all lands you control. If it was kicked, destroy all lands instead. This is an angel with World Slayer built into it. Now, if any of you guys know what World Slayer is, it's from the M12 block. And World Slayer was an equipment that you equip to a creature, and if you went and hit your opponent with an equipped creature World Slayer, destroy all permanents, and that includes lands. It's basically starting the game over again. This really, really helps you. If you're, let's say you're down to 5 life and you play this and you play it kicked, destroy all the lands, game, well, I don't want to say game over, but it's game restarted. And, only play this if you're going to kick it. Obviously, if you're going to kick it, you can't play this unkicked because you're fucking yourself, okay? But if you play, when you play this kick, make sure that you have 1 land and a Doom Traveler, or just, something that you could put out there to help you out. But this girl by herself wins games. So, Essence Drain, sorry, just not good enough in this deck. If I want something for 5, it needs to be this. 3/3, sacrifice a creature, fallen angel gets +2/+1 until end of turn. And by the way, it flies. This is a really good card. It helps you late game. I don't know if I want to get both of them, but for now I'll keep both of them. Living Death. Each player exiles all creature cards from his or her graveyard, then sacrifices all creatures he or she controls, then puts all cards he or she exiled this way onto the battlefield. That's both players. Both players get all their creatures back to the battlefield. I don't know about this one. I mean, it could be something that would help me late game, but considering that it costs 5, you want your 5 cost things to be dudes. You don't want it to be sorceries or instants. Alright, so take that out. This guy, he's in the other deck, really good. Landfall, whenever land enters the battlefield, player loses 3 life. And if he does, put 3+1/+1 counters on it. Again, really good. Helps you win. Discard. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player loses 2 life and draws 2 cards. It's a sick ability. But considering that the other player draws 2 cards, that just gives him chances to win. I want to have the card advantage. I don't want to give the card advantage to the other guy. So, for that, we're going to take it up. Woebringer Demon. Flying, at the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player sacrifices a creature. If that player can't sacrifice Woebringer Demon. This is really good. It kills their creatures. It kills their hexproofs. It kills their shrouds. I'm going to keep it in there for now. For now. Let's see what happens. Deathless Angel. This guy is nuts. But, remember, Deathless Angel, no matter if you make it indestructible, it dies to Black Sun Zenith. It dies to any neg counters that brings the counters to 0. It kills it. And by the way, Black Sun Zenith makes the neg counters permanent. It's not until the end of turn. So everything's going to have a permanent neg counter. But this card's really good. It's good for them tricks. People want to try and kill your creatures, and you make them indestructible. That's what you do with that. Sunblast Angel. Again, it's in the white deck, flying. When it enters the battlefield, destroy all type creatures. Again, really, really good. Why would it not be in this deck? You're keeping that in. Angel of Despair. Flying. When Angel of Despair enters the battlefield, destroy target permanent. Enough said. Really good card. Okay? Chroma, Angel of Wrath. Flying, first strike, vigilance, trample, haste, protection from black and from red. Are you fucking kidding me? This thing has too much words on the card, and it's really good. We're keeping that in here. This, I like the idea. It's nice. Costs too much. I want the other bombs. I don't want this bomb. We're taking it out. So, I got 1 card left, and I have to take it out. So, I don't know what to take out. Well, I'm only going to get 1 of these, because it's a bomb, it's really good, it's not all that good. So it's not better than the other bombs that I want. So we're going to take it out. And as you can see, 11, 11 lands each, that's pretty good. Check out the deck stats. As you can see, it's very bomb heavy. You got 5 drops, 4 6 drops, only 3 1 drops, but that's healthy right there. You see the 9 2 drops and the 8 3 drops, that's really good. So as long as you have this deck built for late game, I think this deck could win consistently. So, thank you guys for listening to me ramble on about cards. This is Frizzy, and peace out.